Hi all, welcome back. It's in Kharkov, Gem of Soul, part 69. Okay, Soviets still have no cars left, so we're just getting the freedom to do what we want, which is is great. And such a good result we had there. We were getting a bit baffled by how to go about it. It ended up being that good that I don't know if I made the right choices or not in the end, but however, it was a great result. And we're going to grab 2 victory points back. Now we can't activate 40th core this impulse, so we do have to skip that. However, this is going to be our any one unit move, which is going to grab, my guess, well actually why not activate that unit and get rid of that garrison maybe and bring him, is he proximate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I could actually bring, I mean he's the 3-step unit. Which isn't awful, I suppose. I don't know, do I maybe want the 48th core? Right, okay. Anyway, we've still got another input. This is for our 40th core second impulse. Like to finish the turn off, I think. I still think I do want to activate third core. I could assign a replacement point. I'm not sure we've got a unit on the map or not. My guess is we'll not, because I think we repaired that unit the last time. So I mean, I could potentially replace another, and in fact it would be an armoured unit. Bring one of them into there. That is a possible move, but I think we can do better with activating third core, and like I say, moving adjacent to these 2 garrisons, moving up adjacent to this garrison. Possibly even, no, can he? No, yeah, that doesn't work, does it? Yeah, because we could have got rid of this garrison, and we'd have been able to bring that guy right around, wouldn't it? No, we looked at that already, Grant. We looked at that already. So, what would third core? Yeah, I mean, what would this guy do? Well, he can only move into this 1 hex. That's it. However, he can still 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. He is able to trade supply, and that's quite important. And I suppose getting him moved down into this hex wouldn't be a terrible thing, because he is kind of locked in there a bit, isn't he? So we would be able to move him down to there. We would be able to move one of these up to there. And all these are going to be adjacent to garrisons. Another one of these units. Yeah, my thinking was up to there, wasn't it? I can't get in between the 2 of them, which would have been perfect, but. And then what, do we leave the last unit there? I think we probably have to, don't we? Yeah, I think it's a bit too risky to leave this empty when we've got this 6 army unit and these 6 army units there. Yeah, that would be kind of silly, I think. And in fact, even leaving 3 strength behind is taking a little bit of a risk. And then we've got these 2 units in here. Could any of that? 1, 2, 3. That doesn't really help, does it? 1, 2, 3. No. Well, hang on. No, we can't. Or could we? Could we surround him still? This unit moves up to here, one of these, and we were able to move one of these units, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that doesn't. Well, actually, it would if I moved both of them, wouldn't it? think it would if I moved both of them. That would surround him, wouldn't it? Yeah, if I move that one out and in, and that one out and in, and that one up to there adjacent to the garrison, then he would be Zok. Zok, 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 Zok. Zok, Zok. Yeah, it would be surrounded. I mean, we would be leaving the Krasnormask, we would be leaving it empty. But then you've got that whole urban infiltration, haven't you? That's nasty. Yeah. Because urban infiltration would just allow him to move into there, wouldn't it? He gets to ignore the zone of control. That's a bit of a... is there anything else I can do with that? I mean, it would be good to put that guy out of supply. Well, let's not... Maybe you can still put him out of supply, Grant. Maybe that's possible. If we only moved one unit that side, how would that leave him? Because he wouldn't be able to trace into there or there. He would have to trace... Yeah. That might work. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, that might work. Now, if I didn't move them at all, then would he be able to trace supply? Yeah, he would. So there you go. As long as you can stop the supply trace, that's what we're trying to do. Get them out of supply. Oh, I forgot about this guy up here too. Hang on. Yeah. And now the fact that this first guards unit's surrounded in there, I maybe as well bringing... Yeah. Okay. All these thoughts and 7 minutes thinking about things and wondering what to do. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have my third corps activation then. Okay. Yeah, I suppose realising this, I was just starting to wonder if it might be worthwhile having an attack, but I think that's silly. I think there's no need for that, because remember, we can't get... Alright, they're just out there. Sure, we can't get this unit up. It's not as if I could reach up to here, or I might consider it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is as far as I can get. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to look this over, and I'm wondering about trying to surround other things now as well. Let me sort of see if this will work. 4, 5, well, it doesn't really matter, Grant, does it? Let me pick the weakest, well, I don't think that matters, but... Right, so, right, well, hang on, we're activating third corps, right? Let's do that. That's what we're doing. They're activated, this guy's active, and this guy down here. Was there not somebody else? Or was that it? Yeah, we should have had somebody else. But no. Well, maybe not. We did get some revenge here, so maybe we should accept that. Yeah, I think that's that. We've got the 3 units here, 2 infantry units here, this infantry unit, and this armoured unit. So just double checking that. Yeah, this guy, it's not as if we're surrounding anything here anyway. So I still feel like I should come and at least get rid of that garrison. I don't know if this is clever thinking or not. I mean, you know, you're moving units adjacent to garrisons because you then know that you can then get them away. But they really cause restrictive movement. So it feels to me like I should be thinking that way. This guy's 57, isn't he? Yeah. So if I move that guy into there, he has to stop, and that's the only move he can make. He can't move from there to there, can't move from there to there. He can only move from there to there. Or he could sit there and build an IP. That's his other option. From there, he can still trace supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's good with that. I still feel like, yeah, I don't think building the IPs. I think moving him, try to budge a garrison's probably better. He's still struggling to move though, isn't he? But then again, his next move, if I get to activate third corps early in the turn before these 6 army units move, that garrison will fall away. Yeah, all he's going to do, well, you know what, he could maybe make a move down through here. There's a bit of space there, but I don't know if that's cover or not. So he'd probably move adjacent to then this garrison next. Unless, of course, something else does. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if I move one of these units into here, how is this guy for tracing supply? Can he trace supply at the moment? He can go 1. Yeah, so that might help. He can go 1, 2, 3. Well, in fact, he's 1 onto that road. And I think that can trace... yeah, he can trace up that road even, can't he? Yeah, looking at that junction now, thinking that would be good, but... yeah, I can't get around there yet. Okay. But if I put a guy into here... which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, move one of them into there. Does that stop this guy tracing supply? He can't go into there, he can't go into there, he can't go into there. Yeah, no, he's surrounded in there. That's good. Okay, so definitely doing that. I mean, I thought that was a decent move anyway to get rid of the garrison. So 1, well, actually I want to keep, you know what, I said it doesn't matter, Grant. 1, 2 into there, and has to stop adjacent to the garrisons. Yeah, I mean, the fact we're putting this guy into there, we could take a risk and move both of these. But, yeah, well, yeah. We could get adjacent to this garrison as well. Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but I don't think there's a need for that. I think, you know, if we can get this guy in play, if we can get him back along here gradually. I mean, I know he's got a slow process. He's got to burst through these garrisons. But if he can link up with these other... well, there'll be 1 unit here, 1 unit. Right, okay, I'm going to move one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. And I don't see the real need to keep that guy up there. So I think rather than move these 2, well, I'm not saying I might not move them. Let's move this guy, 1, 2, breaking zone of control. 3, 4. And that now should surround that. No, it doesn't, does it? It doesn't surround them, but it stops them from tracing supply. Yeah. Well, why not just finish this part of the puzzle off, Grant, and then, because now we realise we could bring this down, as long as we keep a unit in there for that urban infiltration, break zone of control, 1, 2 and 3 into there. And that is that guy surrounded now. That makes sure of it. That means he can't start moving. He's going to go out of supply. Then my next impulse could just be moving adjacent, hopefully finishing him off. Like I say, ooh, wait a minute. Right, well, no, the urban infiltration is just moving. It doesn't allow him to move multiple hexes, does it? It's just if it's adjacent, isn't it? Where are we here? Move method 1, 9.21, because they're still 9.21. Urban infiltration. If starting adjacent to the town city hex, move into that hex regardless of German zones of control. Yeah, no, so that wouldn't work. The fact we've got, what is that? Kramatorsk, is it? We've got that unoccupied. Mind you, we were contemplating putting an infantry unit in there when we activate them again. Which, yeah, I maybe should do, but I'm going to I'll maybe start taking some chances, especially up in this area. How are the Soviets for reserves the next couple of turns? They get nothing on turn 6. Nobody gets anything on turn 6 because we've got our reserves brought forward. And then turn 7, it's core Rouse units. Turn 8, they get a couple of first guards units. But that's it until they get a whack on turn 10. So we need to be wary of that one. But I mean, that's a good bit away yet. And who knows, we might be considering victory conditions before then. Well, I like the way how this has come about, you know. And it looks like we're going to protect Pryadovka. Going to get 2 points back there. And yeah, setting up a good, I think, this feels like a strong force here. They're maybe not in the best position, but I don't know how to go about starting things, mind you, but looks all right. Yeah, okay, so yeah, happy with what's going on up there, Grant? I think so. And that protects the town, and this is okay. Yeah, don't need to worry about that. There's nothing proximate to that. And we've moved adjacent to this garrison, so that's going to fall away. We can't get adjacent to that. Well, the only option would be to maybe try and budge that one, is to move this guy as well up into here. But I feel like that's maybe a little risky, because although I've got this unit in here, I don't know. I mean, 1, 2, 3. See, they might come up here and have a go at this guy, possibly, without looking deeply into things. And then if they were to take that out and they'd left us empty, then you're looking at this, and this is all open. I mean, we've got a city here, and then across the Dnieper, you know, okay, we've got a bit of defence in here, but this is, so I think probably just leave that guy here. This is the perfect spot for, like, we've got one reserve that we brought back, you know, like getting that guy out and maybe deploying him in there. But of course, if you use a card to deploy a unit like that, then you don't get to move all these things, and yeah, you've got to make these decisions, haven't you? And that was the other thing about, I could have got another unit back into the reserves where we're playing that, but I think this makes far more sense, doesn't it? Because we're surrounding this guy. Is he surrounded? Yeah, he is. Yeah. So he's not going to be able to trace supply. He's not going to be able to trace supply. And then we've also got a couple of units in there that are in trouble. Yeah, and we're basically going to shift 1, 2, 3, 4 garrisons. Third Corps are going to, when they activate again, are going to shift 4 garrisons out of the way, which I think is pretty good. Right, yeah, I'm not going to have an attack on that. I think that's probably silly. And I'm going to leave this guy here. Yeah, are you? Yeah, I think so. I wish it was infantry. I feel like leaving armour back in the time. Well, that's why the Soviets have that movement method where they want to try and get an infantry in to let them run free. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to go with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think moving this guy is probably better than building an IP, isn't it? I know it's not a brilliant move. You can only move that one hex. But we activate third core again, this goes away, and then we, you know, yeah, move him another hex, I think. But he's gradually, if he can gradually get moved back to here, I mean, he's 4 strength armoured, you know, so. And he can still trade supply, it just depends. I mean, they might come and surround him, stop him, but. Okay, right, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to stop rabbiting on. And then, so that was third core activated. So now we can activate 40 core again if we so choose. Nothing else. There was no IPs to build. You know, the 2 units that didn't move are both in VP towns. So can't build an IP. Don't think I missed anybody. No. Yeah, actually, one of the things I've not went back and revisited was Kharkov, hasn't it? Yeah. And here's me talking about my victory points and the second SS. And there was talk of using this to supply because these guys are going isolated, which means that they're going down. They might survive the first attack, possibly. I don't know what the chances of that are, but the Soviets are going to attack because when they're isolated, it's an automatic attack. They don't need to check anything. And that's 4 victory points. So although I'm talking about taking 2 back here to 7, that would take it back to 17. That 4 takes them to 21. Yeah, maybe we sort of blanked that out for a while. And 21's that kind of that number that's going to be relevant, but not until is it turn 8? Start support line checks. Yeah, turn 8. So if we've got them sitting at 21, you know, my guess is Kharkov's going to fall next turn. And there's not, I mean, if I chuck support at it, then now it goes out of supply come the start of the turn. And there's a chance that out of supply, they might just smash it to pieces with that. Okay, it's got a better chance that out of supply than what has it isolated, but it means using this card. And well, we'll see what we're going to be able to do up there with that card, I think. Yeah, because that's going to enable us to get the 2 victory points. Yeah, I can't not do that now because, well, I could take a chance with it, but anything up there that activates is going to go and take the town back and secure it. So yeah, we're just going to have to hope that Kharkov can hold on. I mean, you never know. I suppose if we got really lucky, it might be able to just sit there and hold, but I've got my doubts. Because isolated, what does it all do? It has the same effects of out of supply, plus it's not exerted zone of control, infantry may move or retreat, mechanised may not move or retreat. Well, these stuff doesn't matter. Armoured units are considered unarmoured, so that does have an effect. May not attack. If ouch. If a eliminated unit is destroyed. Okay, so that means we're not going to get the units back. That's painful. However, does not affect the placement of enemy reserve units. Isolated only. Enemy attackers may draw 2 extra combat chits and disregard all attacker hits. And then you move into surrender after that. But if they were to survive right through that turn isolated, I think that would be really good for us. If it holds third tank there. Because, yeah, I mean, third tank are probably the strongest force. They're stronger than Popov, I think. Nah, they've took some hits as well, mind you. But yeah, no, it is a stronger force. So the longer Kharkov can hold the units there, the better. Okay, Grant. A very chatty episode, this, isn't it? Right, are we wanting to carry on then? 26 minutes. Right, well, we've got our any one unit move, or, well, to be honest, we could go and finish the turn here, couldn't we? We could, really. Well, what I think I might actually do is just do my any one unit move, and I might just keep this for tomorrow. It's getting a bit late now. And I'm sure I'm going to, although it looks not too complicated up there, the way I ponder over things, I mean, I'm probably going to spend enough time working out what I'm going to do here, really, to be honest. And it's not that doing the other move first, I might be tempted into a combat tactic here, because this is screen, so, yeah. So let's do my any one unit move, and I'll probably keep the other bit till the morning. Well, I'm working a bit, so well, we can see. Yeah, I mean I shouldn't maybe really complain, because we had loads of stuff for first Panzer Army, and got nothing for 4th Panzer Army. Well, I say nothing. We got the units deployed, but what I mean is we never got anything, unable to move them. Better chance of getting the 4th Panzer Army card next turn. And obviously there's going to be less movement with the 1st Panzer Army next turn, so we've got to try and remember that. Yes, it would have been nice to have got a 48th Corps activation and possibly get, like I said, this surrounded. But then, if we'd got that, we wouldn't have got this, so you can't have it all, you know. So, right, options are, yeah, I thought about, obviously I was thinking about activating this guy just to get rid of that garrison, get out of the way, but is it a big deal? I mean, when 48th Corps activate, that garrison's going to fall away. And then I thought, well, why not activate the 48th, but this guy won't quite get round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 1 short. This guy can get round. He's 5 strength. We've got 5, 8 strength here. So we do need to be wary of that. So maybe we do want the 5 strength unit in there. Because 8 against 5 is not 2 to 1. So, you know. And it's only 1 unit we can move, so I mean I don't need to do that guy just to get rid of that garrison. It was just a sort of added little effect. I probably don't want to put any of the 2 strength units in here. I mean, to be honest, I do think this is the right guy to put in. I mean, my worry is that these guys come down and they get smashed to pieces, and well, I'd like to think we might, once we get him in there, get an activation with a 2nd SS or 48th Corps or even 57 Corps and come and support him a little bit. So the main purpose here is to secure this victory point. So yes, I think that's probably the right thing to do. So I'm going to activate this as my any one unit move. Activate any one unit. And now I'm going to flip that over, but it's coming to the end of the turn anyway, so I've never, yeah, been able to use it at a time where it's mattered much. Just to double check, now I want to say that's rule 6.1 or something. That seems to be sticking in my head. Yeah, I was right. Or does it tell you in the card? It does. That's me. That's maybe where I clocked it. Right. 6.1, activating one unit. Once per game turn, you may activate any one German unit able to trace supply at the moment of activation. Not a problem. By playing any command card regardless of the unit's designation. Unit activated in this manner can't attack. You can place the optional marker provided in the current game turn space of the calendar as a reminder. Flip the marker to show that the command is available or used. Yeah. Just started thinking there, I'm not really putting any strategic movement into place there, but I think you've got all these garrisons in the way, it's not really feasible, really. I mean, the movement I made there, yeah, we're moving adjacent to things and whatever. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Right, so that's my any one unit move for the turn. I'm going to activate this guy. Now, when I activate this guy, this garrison will go away. So, that is good. And then we're going to move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Eventually, after all that time securing Predovka, yeah, we just sat there for most of the turn waiting on these guys undispersing. And of course, we had this mistake where this guy had been down here and he should have been up here. And to be honest, he never done anything either the whole rest of the turn. Yeah, Popov just didn't activate after that, did they? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's it, really. So, yeah, I could carry on here and finish the turn, to be honest, but it is a bit late, and yeah, I'd prefer to keep this bit for the last part of the turn. So that comes now. In actual fact, well, we should have a second SS because that was the anyone unit, so they were activated. So we can't activate them next turn. Not that I am able to, because it's a 1st Panzer Army card. Now the other thing was, but I mean, I talked about the fact that 1st Panzer Army card does have the sort of Kampfgruppe thing. Activate all 1st Panzer Army units within 2 hexes of a hex of your choice. But yeah, it's not going to work for what we're wanting to do. We need to activate these units so that drops off, so that we can then move into there. So yeah, I mean, the best. Well, to be honest, we could put it there and that would grab all 40 core units, but it wouldn't actually grab any 3rd core units. Maybe I should have thought about that. Would that have allowed anything funky? Not really, Grant. No, because I have to put it there or there to grab both of them stacks. Yeah, I wasn't going to do anything. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we will come back tomorrow, activate 40th Panzer Corps, take back what is it, Slovansk, and then hopefully finish this guy off that's dispersed. Not sure what the plan was here. Was the plan to attack? I don't think it was it? No, the plan was to attack here and see if we can get a bit better manoeuvrement here. And obviously this garrison's going away, that garrison's going away. Take the town, city even. Hopefully take that guy out of the way, and if not, eliminate that guy, push him back, and maybe we can get into here. Which I talked about that crossroads being quite important actually. So yeah, okay. Right, okay. Well, only 34 minutes there, but I'll just cut that as a part, I think. And I'm going to call it a night. And yeah, I got a bit of work tomorrow, not an awful lot to be honest. And then I'm going away on holiday next week, going to Croatia for the week. I think. So yeah, so I'll not get much gaming in then. But I'm sure we'll get into turn 6. Is it turn 6? Yeah. I'm sure we'll get started on turn 6 before I get away. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back with the next part sometime soon, guys. Cheers.